let's go into battle number 4, why don't we? The first team of battle number 4 being the Devious Dewotts, led by Apollo Paladin, playing for Doctors Without Borders. Currently 10th place at 2-2, looking to increase that record to a good 3-2 to get in the positive win-loss ratio. OU Mons of this team, with the Goldango leading the charge of this team at 6-2, and the Dragonite at 1-2. Goldango just being absolutely terrifying, able to set up, uh, not just set up the nasty plots for its Make It Rain, but also just surviving too, having just a couple weaknesses being Ground, Fire, and Dark and Ghost. As that, I'd say that's more than a couple, but still. The UU Mons of this team being the Mousehold and the Scizor. Mousehold at 0-2 and the Scizor at 0-1. The RU Mons of this team being the Blissey, the Milotic, and the Grimmsnarl. Blissey at 2-1, Milotic at 0-1, and Grimmsnarl picking up some pretty good knockouts last week at 3-0. Grimmsnarl just being a really good screen setup with its prankster ability, able to get the light screen and the reflect setup, while just being pretty defensive in general, I believe. Able to survive hits, only having a couple weaknesses too with Fairy and Steel and Poison are his only weaknesses, I believe. The Enumons of this team being the base form of Oricorio at 0-2, the Paldean Tauros at 0-1, and the Tyranturum as well at 0-1. Really strong mons here, just haven't really been able to get too many, or to get any knockouts for the name, unfortunately. And the PU mons of this team being the Weezing at 2-2, just really chonky man, able to burn things and just survive things, and chonky man. The Lilligant, Houndoom, and the Dratigon each at 0-0, having not shown their faces yet. This team is looking for just more redemption, I guess, after that Week 1 6-0 sweep that they were a part of. Um, and the redemption has been coming through Goldango, able to do a lot of damage, and getting 2 wins to their name. Their opponents, though, they're going to have to work hard against their opponents, which is the Dabbing Dratinis, led by Nightmare Enterprises, playing for Habitat for Humanity. Wait, why do I have a feeling those are the same charities? No, okay. Never mind. Currently in 3rd place at 3-1, looking to increase that to a 4-1 record, having their only loss being against the Goldenrod Goldangos. The OU Mons of this team putting in a lot of the work. I can't say the most work because other Pokemon have also been doing some good work on this team. The Iron Moth and the Iron Valiant, 6-1 for the Moth, 5-2 for the Valiant. Really strong Pokemon here, of course, with the Paradox Pokemon being just a little bit stronger than usual, but they can be countered. But we see the UU of this team of the Skarmory and the Gastron. Skarmory at 1-1, and Gastron I think has shown up maybe once or twice before, but it hasn't been able to do anything quite yet. I personally love Gastron. It's so cute. It's such a good Pokemon too. So I do hope that we can see something from this Gastrodon. The Argumons of this team being the Chandelure, the Ditto, and the Sharpedo, as we see the Baby Shark in the bio. Baby Shark doing a sweep last week. The Chandelure and the Ditto, though, not having shown up yet. I'm really terrified when this Ditto does show up, though, because Ditto is just really, really, really good. The Enumons of this team, the Xatu, the Ninjask, and the Rotom, each having not shown their faces yet. But the Ninjask, though, I have to point out the Ninjask because it's just really good with the speed boost ability. Able to outspeed, able to set up a substitute, able to Swords Dance, able to Baton Pass, just a really good Baton Passer with that Ninjask. Just, it's also kind of easy to prepare for too, because if you know it's coming, you can priority move. Anyway, the Pokemons of this team being the Doug Trio, the Gothitelle, Absol, and Pincurch, and the Doug Trio at 4-1. Yeah, just really fast, really hard hitting Pokemon there with the Doug Trio, and the Gothitelle, with the Shadow Tag, I think the Shadow Tag ability. Um, just forcing Pokemon to stay in and just yeah. We see the Absol being the baton passer last week to let that Sharpedo sweep, and the Pincurchin at 0-2. What's that bio? Baby Shark. The Sharpedo swept last week, so yeah, Baby Shark, Baby Shark. Yeah, no, I was mad when I got sent that bio. It made me sad, but yeah, the Sharpedo having the sweep last week, which is where that Baby Shark is coming from. Yeah, both of these teams looking for another win today. Let's go into the starting lineups. Why don't we? We see the Devious Dewotts with that Dragonite and Goldango, that really strong OU Pokemon combo right there, right away, in the start. We also see the Weezing coming again. Weezing trying to increase his just annoyance after last week as well. Scissor's coming back to the Grimmsnarl and the Oricorio all returning. Again, we do see the potential of the Grimmsnarl. Oh no, Knight is going for a different bio every week. Yeah. So yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so the Grimmsnarl showing up again, able to set up those screens with the prankster ability. We see the Dabbing Dratinis with the Valiant and the Moth coming back, trying to increase their just dominance. We see the Dugtrio and the Baby Shark coming back as well. The Chandelure making his first appearance, and I believe Gastrodon making his second appearance. I think he showed up last week, but didn't get any usage because Baby Shark do. Um, Baby Shark just swept. But yeah, these two teams. Let's get into this battle, see what each team leads with. We see the Devious Dewotts leading with the Dragonite, with the Dabbing Dratinis leading with the Gastrodon, Ocean Man. The Dragonite going for an immediate substitute though, with the Sludge Bomb coming through. Doesn't really do too much. It does knock out the substitute of this Dragonite. Dragonite able to go for a Dragon Dance pretty freely though. Another Sludge Bomb though, it does break the substitute now. But this Dragonite is starting to get set up, though, which is a little bit scary. It switches right into the Sharpedo, though, with another substitute being set up from this Dragonite. And the Earthquake comes through, brings the Shark to his Focus Sash, with the Crunch then breaking the substitute. And, of course, the Speed Boost is going to be coming through from the Sharpedo. And the Crunch doesn't take it out, though. Able to go for another Earthquake from this Dragonite to take down the Baby Shark. Dugtrio then comes in to replace the fallen Shark, and the Stone Edge landing and taking down the Dragonite. Dugtrio taking down the Dragonite with the Goldango then coming in. The switch from the Dugtrio into the Gastrodon. The Gastrodon able to take a Shadow Ball though. The Nasty Pod then sets up from Mr. Krabs, with the Stealth Rock being set up from the Golisopod. And the Shadow Ball doesn't quite take down this Gastrodon though, and the Earth Power doesn't quite take down the Goldango though. Shadow Ball then comes through, the Shadow Ball taking down the Gastrodon. Mr. Krabs with another knockout. The Dugtrio then coming in. Golisopod, no, I keep saying Golisopod. Goldango switching out into the Scizor, with the Shadow Claw taking a little bit of damage to it. And the immediate switch from the Dugtrio into the Iron Moth. The Quirk Drive activating its special attack boost. And the Dual Wing Beat does some pretty decent damage, but doesn't quite take it down. But the Bullet Punch connects. The Bullet Punch is able to take it down, though, the Scizor with a knockout. Chandelure then comes in to replace it, with the Scizor switching out into the Grimmsnarl. Flamethrower connects, doing a lot of damage, but not enough to take it down, though. The Light Screen able to be set up from this Grimmsnarl. But the burn comes through from the Flamethrower on the Chandelure. The Reflect then gets set up from the Grimmsnarl. The Shadow Ball taking it down, but The damage has been done. The two screens are set up now with the Goldango then coming in to replace it. Goldango outspeeds and just takes down the Chandelure so quickly, with the Dugtrio then coming back in. The immediate swap from the what's-his-face into the Weezing, and the miss from the Stone Edge is huge though. The Stone Edge though connecting, only doing 11 HP, but the burn comes through from this Weezing, cutting this Dugtrio's attack right in half. Dugtrio goes for another Stone Edge, only doing 6%. It's going to get recovered from the Black Sludge. Another Will-O-Wisp coming through, though. Since it's burned, it obviously doesn't do anything. Probably looking to stall out this screen. Or the Dugtrio looking to stall out the screen. Another Stone Edge coming through. Another Will-O-Wisp coming through. Will-O-Wisp. My bad. Can't speak, apparently. Another Stone Edge miss, unfortunately, here. With another Will-O-Wisp coming through. Another Stone Edge, though, coming through again, but getting the crit this time, but it's still not going to make too much of a difference. A layer of Toxic Spikes being set up, though, and the Reflect is going to wear off this turn. Another Stone Edge connecting. Another layer of Toxic Spikes being set up now, though. This Weezing just being a pure annoyance at this point. Oh, but a choice item Dugtrio hitting the struggle onto this Weezing. And the Clear Smog, of course, coming through, but a struggling Dugtrio, unfortunately, is going to be falling this next turn. This is a struggle from the I think the second Pokemon ever in this league to smack the Dugtrio. The, what's-his-face, Iron Valiant then coming in now. And the Shadow Ball connecting, doing only 42%, and also getting the special defense drop, though, which is kind of huge. Clear Smog coming in, doing a big chunk of damage. And this Valiant is now on a timer. Another Shadow Ball coming through. The Shadow Ball takes down the Weezing, but it might be too little too late. The Life Orb and the Toxic damage is going to make the Iron Valiant fall. The Devious Dewotts being the winners of this battle, with of course the Dratinis having a really good showing, just couldn't get past the screen and the burn of these of this team.